Hello and welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Joanna. And since you stopped by, go ahead and subscribe. Also thumbs up this video and make sure you follow me on Instagram at LottaleggsBeauty. And today I want to share with you a $9 brow routine. It's just a little bit under $10. And this is the routine that I do whenever I want my brows to look a bit more polished and put together. So if you would like to see how I achieve this brow look and also the products that I use, please keep watching. At first I just brush my brows into place, and then I use my NYX eyebrow powder pencil in espresso, and I start lining the front. Then I work my way to the middle and all the way to the tail of my brow, and I brush in the brow pencil as I go. And I'm doing this very lightly. I don't like to start too heavy. That's for the next step, and if I do start too heavy, it'll take too long to brush and move the product around, so I try to use a very light hand. And once I get the shape that I want, I just go back and I fill them in slightly heavier, and I repeat the same process for both brows. Now we all have that one brow that gives us trouble, and also a brow that's really easy to fill in, and my left brow happens to be the easiest. I notice I don't take that much time filling it in. So if it's your first time trying to fill in your brows, just try not to stress and just know that your brows are not quite exactly the same. One is always going to look slightly different than the other, but with some practice, eventually you'll get them to look almost exactly the same. Now I'll leave my brows like this for an everyday natural look, and then sometimes I'll set them with brow gel just to make them a bit more put together. And then next I'll use my LA Colors concealer. I can only seem to find this particular brand of LA Colors concealer in Family Dollar, and it's only $2, and I'll usually buy at least 2 or 3 at a time. Now whenever I'm wearing eyeshadow, I clean up my brows this way, and this color is perfect for my skin tone because it's not too bright and it doesn't leave that harsh brightness around my brows. And I also like to use this as a primer for eyeshadow. It really lets my eyeshadow pop and look nice and even. Now I like to use my finger first whenever I'm blending out the concealer. Whenever I use a beauty sponge first, I tend to get some of the concealer on my brows and then I have to start all over again, and I really don't feel like doing it. So using my finger blends it out really good, and then I just go over it with the sponge. Now once I filled in my brows and I concealed the bottom half, I like to go over with the pencil just to clean up a few spots, and I also like to cover up my mole and make sure that my brows are even, because if I go by where my mole is centered at, then my brows will look very uneven. And the last step is I'm going to set my brows with some E.L.F. brow mascara gel. It's originally clear, but over time, whenever you're setting your brows, it'll start to look the same color as your brow product. Now I usually get this at Target for $3, but lately I've been going to CVS and they have it for only $2. And here I'm just doing a few more tweaks and another mold check, and then my brows are going to look the way that I want them to look. Now, as I said before, if you're a beginner, please don't stress. It's going to take some time to get your brows to look the way that you want them to look. So I'm hoping that this video was helpful, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe and leave a comment below with any crazy stories you have about the first time you try to fill in your brows. Thank you so much for tuning in. See ya.